do the assignments that are requested of you, because obviously we should all be on the same page with that, and I never want to ask something of you that I am not also willing to do. So what I have done here is I put the shorthand practice sheet here, and I've put the copy editing marks here. So I downloaded both of these from the websites. So this was on our course shell, the little overviews that we get, and then this was from the website that was suggested. So I'm looking at this first one, and each one of these is going to go in a matching line here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1 through 15 are going to go there. So this first one, I see that car has been misspelled, and that little loop-de-loop is the first item here, which is delete. So delete extra letters or unnecessary words. And so they show it going through a full word, and also our example has the letter as well. So what I would type is what that phrase should actually look like. So it should say, it looks like, as you can tell on mine with Pages, the Mac version of Word, it's opened up a little box here, and I'm highlighting the type here part, and I'm going to type car mufflers should. So I have spelled car correctly, and then I've removed the second should because it should only be written out once. Now I'm going to look at the next one. So again, I'm going to highlight that so that I can type over it. It says to insert, so the little upper or lower, we can go both ways, super and subscript, and that tells us to put something in, or to alter or edit that. So it says you are afraid, and then it looks like they wrote O instead of mice, period. So I'm going to go through and just check each part. Like, do I need to add space? Do I need to close something up? Do I need to remove something? And I'm just going to do my best to read each section and figure out what each part means. So for instance, down here where I have the wiggle over and under, I'm going to look over here to see what, wiggle over and under, that's what I'm going to call it, is transpose. So now we know what that sort of shape is, and I'm going to work on remembering these so that I don't say something like wiggle over under, but I'm describing the shape as I learn it, and then I look for that shape and see what it means. So for instance, that means to transpose a letter or word that's been misplaced. So misplaced bin, it needs to go backwards. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's number 7. Obviously, it will be easier if you don't wiggle around, but I wanted to do that just so you could sort of see. So it looks like the word friends has been misspelled. So it looks like they did E before I. Because what is it? I before E, except after C, or when sounded like A is in neighbor and way. So it should be I-E, friends, and it looks like they did F-R-E-I. Friends were both instead of not friends, misspelled, and both were. So as you can tell, some of these are going to be a little tricky. But we are just going to do our best to sort of zoom in. And of course, if we want to chat about, like, I think it said friends right there, because obviously, as you can tell, I'm having a little trouble reading it. But I'm using clues, right? Context clues. It looks like the letter F and then NDS. And then if I need to transpose something, F ending in NDS, that sounds like a word like friends. So if any of those things are happening to you as well, don't hesitate to head into the student lounge and ask all of us, or of course, send me an email. So I'm going to go through and do each one like that. Hopefully it works for you to just click on the type here. I'm highlighting it because Pages does things like that. And then like this one, jugglers buy a lot of eggs. And both of those, insert with a line, means that we need to spread apart. We need space. So jugglers buy, so I added that space, a space lot of eggs. So we've gotten 4 of them done. So go through and see what each one is, and then send me that edited copy.